How's it going, odd people? Welcome to the Odd People Podcast. I am your host, Matt. Quotations, the cat.
The cat. Two T's?
Yeah, that's how I do it. Like Matt, and then with
sick,
Matt
man.
as the two T's, and then the cat as the two T's.
Sick.
And if you
That's
don't...
how I have it in my phone. Matt Cat. Two T's on the Matt, two T's
Do you
on
really?
the cat.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
I do.
fucking
I do.
badass.
Matt Cat. That's
Cool.
what you are. That's what you are. And I'm Jared, the Jared. Always will be, forever and always.
I love that we never came up with like a animal or anything. It's just the Jared.
I don't need it.
You are the Jared.
That's it.
I don't know any other Jareds.
That's it. And if you're out there, Jared, and you spell it with the O-D or the R-R-E-D, you're a fake. You're a phony.
Gerard.
All right? There's only one way, and that's R-E-D.
Yours is red.
That's right, baby.
We could have called you Red Man.
That's it.
The other Red Man.
That's it. Nope. Jared the Jared.
Red Man 2. Jared the Red. Jared the Red sounds like a Viking.
Hell yeah.
It's Jared the Red.
I can rock with that.
Yeah, that's
great.
cool.
Yeah.
So how you been? How's everything going?
I've been good, man. It's been a busy week. Lots of drawing.
Could say
Lots
that again.
of lots of orders coming through. It's that time of year again.
As always, right?
It's like Christmas and like midsummer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I call it the midsummer madness. You know what I'm
Cool.
saying?
Hey, so last week's episode was awesome.
It was awesome. Shout outs to Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
He's an amazing guy.
It was really cool. It was really nice to meet him. I've never met him before. You've been talking about him since I met you.
Yeah, man.
Of how great he is,
Yep.
and you were right.
Yeah.
You
I'm
were
sure
totally
he'll come
right.
on again.
He was awesome. He was really cool, really chill.
Yeah.
We didn't
We'll
get to.
have there's so much we could have talked to him about.
I know.
So I
Yeah.
would like to, we got the skateboarding stuff still. We got some music we could throw at him.
Yeah.
So we'll have to run all the guests back, even Jen, Ryan.
Oh yeah, dude. Just
everybody.
like a rotation.
That's it.
Maybe
As long
we
as
could
they're okay with it.
get a rotation every month of the year. We'll have that same guest on.
Yeah.
Their annual.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I got to get
Sounds
some of
sick.
my friends on here.
Yeah, man.
I'm talking to you, Eric.
Eric. Uh-oh, you've been called by name.
I'm calling out the floating fathers.
Floating.
That's what we call our.
Is that the one-wheelers?
Yeah, the one-wheel group of dudes that we haven't
Alright.
done that in a long
The
time. I don't even know if
one-wheelers.
I don't even know if my one wheel works properly. Yeah,
You haven't got to it this summer yet, huh?
No, and I'm just
Does that
so.
bum you out?
It does a little bit,
Yeah.
mainly because of the get together with
I'm
the
going to have
dudes.
to get one so we can do it.
Yeah,
We'll do a whole episode while
we'll record while we're one wheeling. Dude, you would love a one wheel, and it would be.
I really think I would.
It would be great for your neighborhood, your new neighborhood.
That's true.
Just for convenience of
rock it through,
rocking
All
through,
the stores, all
rocking
the
through
everything,
town.
all the restaurants.
You
You know that's the only places I go.
Well, it's like you
Go
live. I don't want to give away where you live, but you live in a very walkable area.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
a very
yeah.
nice area.
Thank you.
It's not that I've been there.
Right near the Button Club,
Is it?
or was where the
Oh,
Button
shit.
Club was.
You can
Segueing into the news.
Oh yeah, what's the news, man?
news-
Tell us about Button Club. Tell us what's going on.
We had our final day at the Armory for Button Club this past Monday. And we're moving on to a bigger venue, much cooler things. We're going to start doing commentary, and we're going to be able to live stream 2 games at once.
What?
Which right now we can't even stream one because our internet kind of sucks. But yeah, it's a much bigger place. We're going to be out in Westport.
Yeah, that's my hometown.
That's your hometown, right? Yeah, it's called Omnisource Gaming. He came to us and really wanted to show us a bigger place, and that he was really willing to adapt to us, and so we jumped on it. How could we not?
Wow.
So
Where is it? Where is it exactly? Do you know it's on Route 6?
It's still right on Route 6.
Nice.
It's that little plaza. There's a pizza place called
called
Olympia
place?
Pizza.
Oh, okay, I know where that is.
Right in that plaza.
So is there like a cigar shop with a?
There used to be.
It's got the Native American statue
Yeah,
outside.
yeah.
Okay, that's not there anymore. But
No,
that's
I think
the one
they
though.
closed. Yeah, but that's the little plaza there.
So for the Westport people, it's across from Pete's Nursery.
Oh, what's that? What's Pete's Nursery?
Pete's Nursery. It's a nursery. It's like a plant. They
for
sell.
plants.
Yeah, they sell
Not
like
for babies.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pete's Nursery. It's owned by a
Sick.
girl I graduated high school with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Her dad owns it anyway.
I was gonna say, is her name Pete?
No, I think his name must be Pete, right? You would imagine. But anyway, that's where it is. Cool.
Peter.
Peter.
Anyway, how's your mighty guitars?
But, hold on, dude.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
This is a big deal. This is so...
It is. We're going to start July 1st.
All right, cool.
Which is this coming Monday, right?
Yeah, so you guys missed it.
That's right.
We always do this.
Yes, July 1st.
Cool, man.
It's going to be our first time there, and we're excited. Super excited.
That's awesome.
There'll be a lot of changes that we'll have to kind of figure out real quick, but
yeah, you probably have a couple of weeks of...
Yeah, we'll get there early enough and make sure everything's running good and be ready for the peeps.
Nice.
The peeps to come through.
Nice.
And I hope if
so
you got
awesome.
the time, I know you're a very hard worker, but
I'll try to make
if you
it.
can come check it out, that'd be great.
Especially if it's in Westport, that's easy too.
Yeah.
Not that it's any easier. It's further away from me, but
yeah, it is.
but at least I could like stop in and say hi to my mom.
Yeah, there you go.
Or something.
There you go. Oh, so your mom still lives in Westport?
Yeah, she's in Westport.
That's nice. She's always been in Westport.
Always. I mean,
born
since
and
my
raised,
parents.
or
No. She was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody that knows listening, I think my mother was born in New Bedford.
Oh, really?
And then she lived in Tiverton. She lived in Fall River.
So you were born in Westport.
I was born in Westport. Yeah, my parents bought the house in Westport in the 70s.
She was locked in Westport.
Oh, yeah. They bought the house in the 70s. And
I was going to ask you how Tiverton was, because Tiverton always looks nice.
Tiverton's nice.
But I feel like when I'm there, I'm like, ugh.
I'm like a mile. I grew up like a mile away from Tiverton.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Tiverton's all right.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're super excited. We're ready to go. We're on to new things.
Cool.
And
that's
it's gonna
exciting.
be great. Yeah.
Nice new space. It's going to be bigger.
New space to yell and scream. You see, I got my megaphone now. You see that?
No, I didn't see it.
I'm classy now, dude.
Awesome.
I got my megaphone. I don't have to yell and ruin my voice anymore. It's got a little siren on it in case anyone gets out of hand. You know, I just put that siren.
Now I definitely want to join you to announce the games.
That's it. It's a great time.
That's cool.
Yep.
It's good.
And Bison's been out for like a few days, and I already want to just smash my game in half and just call it quits.
Bison suck? Like,
dude, he's broken. He's a broken character, and of course everyone jumped on him because he is broken.
Yeah. He's just killing everybody.
Yeah, I'm just done with fighting games. It made me quit everything. I'm just doing.
Button Club has a new place. Jared quits.
I quit. Button Club's turning into like an actual like button club. We're just gonna collect buttons. And
it's like a sewing.
Yeah, it's like do you remember the Pogs?
Yeah, Pogs.
Pogs are great. I had a huge collection of those.
I had a collection of Pogs.
Do you?
No, I don't. I don't anymore. Okay. I don't think I do anymore.
I was like, bust that out, man. Bust that thing out.
I could. I'll have to check the attic. I got like a box of shit up in the attic. It's like a WB Mason paper box full of shit,
dude. You used to go to the Taunton Mall, and they had those big bins you could dig through and try to find the rare ones, and you're like, whoa, Metroid. Huh?
Yeah. I had some good shit.
Yeah.
I had the big metal one, the Slammer, whatever.
The Slammer, dude.
Whatever it was called.
That was a real game, huh? Like
no, I never actually played it at a game. I just collected the shit and traded with.
Play it. It never made any sense to me.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I ever played it either. But I remember trading. with kids.
Yeah,
like
it was like a
school
trading card game, but with Pogs.
Elementary, middle, I don't really know when that happened.
Yep.
If you were playing it, then it must have been middle school for me.
Yeah, probably.
Or maybe you just had.
Yeah, because it never made it past like elementary school for me. It was kind of dead by the time.
It was like 5th or 6th grade. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
maybe your brother Ryan knows. We're around the same age.
Oh, probably, definitely.
He's probably like, yeah, dude, 5th.
Yeah,
that was 5th grade, man. Yep. Knowing me, though, it would have been like 8th grade. I would have still been doing it.
Yeah, he's still trying to pog, and everyone's like, look at this guy. And he's like, slammed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I used to do.
Yep.
So, you were about to ask me about Mighty Guitars.
Yeah, I saw your picture of the one that you...
so
it looked great, man.
Yeah, I finished that one.
The before pictures, I was like, oof.
Yeah, it was.
I'd be scared to like touch that, man. I'd be
loose binding. Well, I did a lot of research.
I don't want to touch it,
and that's a really expensive guitar too. On top of that, on top of everything else, and I researched the shit out of it. I made sure I was using the right glue and.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. How do you know what glue?
All the right things, and I fixed it up and I delivered it to the guy because he was supposed to meet me not far from here
Mm-hmm.
when I got out of work. And I was going to shoot home, pick it up, and meet him. And then I ended up having to work late.
Oh, okay.
So I called him, and I ended up talking to his wife. He was already over there. He was doing some sort of, I don't know, music stuff at a church.
Was that his one and only guitar? Or
No, he has multiple.
He had a bunch.
But yeah, that one's a Martin, a CF Martin.
A Martin.
And it's a really nice, really expensive guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I ended up, I felt bad, so I brought it to his house because he's not that far. It was like 20-minute ride.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, he was very happy. He was very appreciative. He took a bunch of my business cards.
All right.
So he's like, I'll
That's the
hand
way to
these
do
out.
it.
I'm
That's
going
the
to
way
hand
to
these
do it.
out. I was like, sounds
Word
good.
of mouth. He tells a friend. That friend tells a friend. All the
Yeah.
friends are telling friends.
And they tell their friend.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you watch any movie? You know what? We screwed up last week. We forgot to ask Kevin about movies.
Oh my God, did we?
We did end up talking about Chuck Norris and Steven
A
Seagal.
little bit of Godzilla.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
talk about his favorite karate movie was Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee and
Oof, yeah.
Chuck Norris. So we kind of got to it in a roundabout way, but we didn't straight up ask him what his favorite movie was, which
Sorry,
is
Kevin.
kind of a goal of ours. So
Maybe next time.
yeah, maybe next time. So anyway, did you watch a movie?
I didn't watch a
this past
movie,
week?
but I've been wanting to watch the new Last Airbender on Netflix.
Oh,
And I
shit.
finally had the time to watch the first episode. I think it's just a short
Is that
series. I don't think
Avatar?
it,
Is that what that's called?
yeah, Avatar. Yeah.
Alright, cool. See, I'm getting there.
Yeah, I don't know. I never really watched the anime, to be honest, but
With
I
the young
watched
people
I watched the movie that they did, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. But the Netflix series is even better.
Now, was it a cartoon
Even
movie?
better quality.
Or is it
no, it's live action.
live
Yeah,
action?
yeah. It's live action, and they just did a great job with it.
live action?
The movie is like kind of like a little on the corny side, but the Netflix series, top notch, baby.
Yeah?
It's great. It's got action. It's got a good storyline. It's got the little like pug dog looking thing that he flies around on.
Oh,
It
that
looks
weird
awesome.
dog?
Yeah, it looks super sick.
I've only seen it like in
Like pictures,
in memes
yeah.
and pictures and
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's cool. Do you know what it's about? Like,
so the kid with the arrow on his head,
yep.
right?
Yeah.
He can manipulate something. Is it air?
He can manipulate all the elements.
Oh shit! Okay.
So like the world's kind of divided into like the fire, people who can control fire, control water, control air, but nobody has
I feel like I
all.
watched a movie about it.
You might have.
Was there a movie, just a straight
Yeah,
up movie?
just a straight up movie was
like
first.
a cartoon movie?
No, it's live action. It's like a real movie, live action movie.
Okay.
But so the world's kind of separated into all the elements, and then he is the only one that's born, or born again, I should say, as the last airbender. He's the avatar.
Okay.
He can control all four elements,
Oh, so he's like,
and
serious
he's there
business.
to like make sure no other people are getting out of hand. You know, because he
Right.
can end anybody he wants because he has all four.
Okay. And that's like the little kid. He looks like a monk, and he's got a he's got an arrow
He's got
kind
the
of
staff.
Okay, he's got a staff. What's going on?
Yeah.
Something in your mouth?
Yeah.
So he's got a staff. I didn't know he had any kind of weapon or any.
I think so.
All right.
I think he has a
Interesting.
staff. I might sound like a complete chump right now, but it's great. It's great. It's
great?
super
Is it
cool.
good,
I
though?
only watched the first episode so far, so I'm not too
Alright.
far into it.
So no spoilers.
But so far, I'm pumped to watch the rest of it. It's really good. It's got me hooked.
Nice.
Hook, line, sinker, baby.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, yeah. So check it out if you haven't already.
Alright.
Even if you don't know, if you've never seen the anime, that's okay. It's still great. It's still
Cool.
awesome.
And it's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
I'll
Made
check that
by
out.
Netflix,
I'll
I
check
believe.
that out.
Yeah. So what about you? What'd
So
you watch?
normally this time of year we watch Jaws. Because my
Jaws.
son loves movies.
Oh,
and
it's
that's
like,
one of his favorites.
Is Shark Week coming up soon?
Probably, yeah. I don't even know.
You don't know when it is?
That used to be a big deal, dude. Shark Week.
Shark Week was huge.
Now
you don't really hear about it anymore.
So you know what I watched though,
What'd you watch?
which I don't think you've probably ever seen this, but the original National Lampoon's Vacation.
Oh my gosh, no.
So it's got Chevy Chase. You know who Chevy Chase is?
No.
Oh my god.
Chevy.
Yeah,
Chevy Chase.
That's how it's spelled too. Chevy.
That's his name.
Chevy.
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase.
All right.
All right,
So we're going to look him up?
Yeah. Yeah.
I should know him, huh?
You do. You definitely should. You'll know him when you see him.
Oh,
That's him as an old
this
guy. He was in Caddyshack.
Yeah, I know this
He was
guy.
like one of the original cast members of Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, National Lampoon's Vacation.
National Lampoon, 1983.
Yeah, it came out the year I was born, which is
God
kind of
damn.
incredible. Really?
God damn. Is it a comedy? I'm
It's a
guessing
comedy.
it's a comedy.
It's
huh?
hilarious.
Yeah.
So the father, he works. He's a hardworking office guy. Works in an office.
Yep.
And he's dying to
The
bring his
American
family
dream.
on a vacation. You ever seen Christmas Vacation?
With the,
one,
with the cranks?
no, with this guy and this woman.
Oh, it's the same.
They are
thing?
the same parents, but they've made a few of these, right?
Oh no, I've never.
And
seen
every
it.
time the kids are different. They're different. They use different actors for the kids. It's great. They don't give a shit about continuity at all.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is the original. Like I said, 83.
Look at that wagon, bro.
Dude, the car is one of the funniest parts of
Is
the
that a
movie.
Woody?
The car. One of the funniest parts is the car.
A 1984 Ford LTD.
Yeah, but it's the
Is that like customized or is that?
yes,
how
it's
is
for the movie. And
Oh my god! Why are the headlights doubled up?
it's the family wagon. No, the family queen wagon truckster or something
That
like
is
that.
sexy as hell, man.
It's insane, and it's a giant piece of shit throughout the whole
God damn,
movie.
Is it?
And it's fucking great. So he wants to bring his family to Wally World, which is like like Walt Disney World.
Okay.
So they go from like
Okay.
Ohio, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
to California, and it's just all sorts of crazy shit happens throughout the movie. I don't want to give anything away in case you do get a
I
chance
think
to
I'm
watch
gonna
it
watch this
because it's
one.
fucking funny.
I think I am gonna. I know it's 1983.
It's
but
like 1983 funny,
I think I'm gonna watch it.
so it's kind of just ridiculous, but it is known for being one of the funniest movies.
Yeah. I
And
like
anyway-
that thing is gorgeous.
So I watched it, and I couldn't wait to show you this car because it's so fucking ridiculous. Like, it's a brand new car for them, and they're driving it, and it's like squeaking and shit.
Right out the
When
gate.
yeah, right out the gate. It's
Right from the dealer.
It's a giant piece of shit. And the car dealer, he's like, "You think you hate it now? Wait until you drive it." Like, it's just such a
It's sold as a hated car.
yeah. Like he
And
shows
you
up.
either accept it or you don't.
He shows up with his old car.
The hideous station wagon. I'm just reading.
Yeah.
I'm not judging. I'm just reading.
So he shows up with his wife's car.
Mm-hmm.
And I ordered a car, and it's like, it's supposed to be like the sporty model, like wagon or whatever.
Okay.
And this is the one. And he's like, this is not the car I ordered. So right there and then on the lot, he's like, I want my car back. Bring my car back out.
Oh.
And while he's saying this, it's showing like another that cuts to like them crushing the car.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring out a flattened car.
Oh,
So
really?
they basically force him to take this car
Yeah,
with
like,
him.
you either want this one or
and
no.
it's just a giant piece of shit. But have you ever been on like a long like road trip, like a family road trip when you were a kid,
a long road trip.
or any road trip at all?
I feel like my family was just like was big into New Hampshire trips. Like that's kind of all we really did.
That's a
as
road
kids.
trip.
But we did have like
I mean,
like
that's hours.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
no,
spending hours in
yeah.
the car together.
we had a very interesting church trip back when we were younger.
Oh, boy.
I forget where we went, but it was like an 18-hour drive.
Holy shit.
And my friend's dad.
Dude, that's a really, really far away.
Yes.
To Georgia?
And I don't even know how many of us was there, but we had like so many of us kids crammed into like this old 80s like motorhome. And it had like the couch set up and the tables and like there was no seatbelts in the thing. We were all just like wild for the whole drive there. And I don't know what possessed him to even trust that thing to
Yeah.
make it there.
That's wild.
Because it was old. It was
Who was
really
was
old.
your dad?
No, it wasn't my
Oh.
dad. It was Seth's dad, my friend Seth. And
Oh, okay,
Nate,
yeah.
Their dad had this camper for a while, and he was like, no doubt about it, we can make it there. And he had his tools with him. You know, he's great mechanic-wise, so if anything did happen, we could fix it. But we barely made it there. We broke down so many times. I remember I was going to help him fix it, and we're on the side of the highway.
How old were you?
I was like 16.
Oh, okay.
So like I wasn't young, but I was like, this
Yeah.
is crazy still. And
but you already were wanting, dabbling
but I was
in
tinkering
cars.
with I was
right,
tinkering
cool.
with cars. I was pretty good with mechanics, so so I was like, I'll help you out, whatever we need to do. He's like, well, first of all, we need to make it to the next exit to get off
Yeah, right.
so that we can fix this
Let's
thing.
not do this in the middle of the
But
highway.
it was completely dead on the breakdown lane. So we waved down like a pickup truck. And I remember jumping in the back of the truck with him. Like they were just like, hey, just hop in the back. And I was like, oh, that's super nice of them. And then I jumped in the back. And when I was in the bed of the truck on the highway, I was like, this is a crazy idea. Like they could just not stop and just be like,
they could
see you
just take
later,
off with you in the
work
back. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, but no, they actually did take us off the next exit, and then we jumped back out, and they were like, "Oh, we'll bring you back too if you want you get what you need. I forget what we needed, but but it was just wild.
So they brought you
dude.
to like an AutoZone or something, or Walmart
Yeah,
or something?
and we got what we needed,
Oh, shit.
and we fixed it up, and we kept it going again. But man, that thing! I remember my older brother Ryan drove it for a few hours just to take over for
Right.
their dad, and he was like, "Dude, this thing struggles to even like get up like a decent hill."
Yeah, it's full of people.
Yeah, and the thing maxed
all-
out at like 60 anyway, so we weren't going very fast, but.
So
We
it was
made it there.
It was like an old RV.
It
Like,
was super old. It was 80s. It had like the shag carpet in there,
shit.
and like the traditional like seats that were like brown and orange and
Right.
yellow,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like the dark wood tabletops.
Oh yeah, that's
it was
exactly
crazy.
what I like.
I look back on that and I'm like, I can't believe he even trusted that to make it there, because we barely made it. But when we got there, we did our thing as like a church youth group, and then
killed a few people.
Yeah. And he was like,
lured
oh,
some people into the cult.
yeah. And he was like, oh, come back to the hotel. We have a surprise for you guys. And we go back to the hotel, and he had traded it in Ohio or wherever the fuck we were. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
He traded it in and got a brand spanking new RV to go home in.
Get out of here, really?
And we were like on cloud 9 the whole ride home.
Yeah,
It
that
was
must
like-
have been.
They had like TVs and
Yeah.
like fucking, it was great. It was so great.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
But I would have been super fucking psyched about that,
Yeah.
especially after being in the old one.
Yeah, but then I kind of ruined it.
Oh no, you farted.
No.
Oh, what'd you do?
Listen, I'm going to put this out there. I'm kind of embarrassed about it, but fuck
All
it.
right.
Fuck it. Okay.
So I'm gonna laugh.
Okay. All week when we were there in Ohio, before we went home,
Yeah.
I had nothing but like hot wings the whole week, and like Subway chicken bacon ranch sandwiches. Like seriously nonstop. That's all I had for a week straight. So in the way home, I got really sick. I got really sick, and I was like, "Can you pull over? I really need to go to the bathroom." And he was like, "Nope, sorry, just use the bathroom. It's fine. It's good." So I did.
And you were like, hey, like seriously, you should pull over.
And I basically, not to get too gross, destroyed that RV completely. And when he got home, he tried his best to like clean it out and use like moth bombs and like try to
Yeah, dude.
flush the system out.
That's,
and he just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And he had to sell the brand new RV that he
Are you
just
serious?
Because he could never get rid of the smell.
That's why?
Yes, you can
Dude.
ask anybody. That's exactly why he
Alright.
got rid of the thing, and I felt
Wow.
so bad because I just unleashed like my toxic innards that I had consumed all week
Yeah, like the swamp thing.
and
Toxic
destroyed this poor
Adventure.
man's brand new RV that he spent a lot of money on. I'm sorry. I'll never eat hot wings for a week straight and chicken bacon
Yeah, I'm
ranches.
not gonna. If you go camping with me ever, I'm gonna be like, dude, that bathroom's off limits.
Yep.
That's kind of the rule though of an RV is you don't use you don't do number
That's what
two.
I tried. I tried, man.
While you're moving, at least you don't.
I tried. I was like, please just pull over. He's like, nope, just go. So when I apologized
Dude,
for it,
it's
he's like,
horrible.
no, it's kind of my fault. I told you to go. And, you know,
Oh, that's horrible. I guess he was
I
just
should have
kinda
pulled over for you.
misunderstanding the situation.
yeah, he did not know what was festering in my bowels.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's rough, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of the unwritten rule of driving in an RV. You don't do number
Yeah.
two while
Now I
you're
know.
moving.
So the whole trip, man,
Yikes.
it's just like one thing after another. The church function was right next to a stripper club. It was
Oh,
just-
really?
Yeah, it was just
That's awesome.
it was a weird time.
Yeah, I would imagine that's kind of
So,
weird.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my story. But yeah,
Cool.
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been a whole lot better.
Yeah.
But I don't recommend taking an 80s something Winnebago
Yeah. A Winnebago, you
on
think?
an 18-hour road trip. It's just not.
Yeah, no,
good.
that's crazy.
It's not gonna make it.
I mean, I'm trying to think of how far that is. We took my Subaru to Tennessee.
What'd you have? Outback?
Yeah, my Outback, my
Yeah, your Outback?
white Outback that I used to
Oh, yeah,
have,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that was the car. That's the one we
Oh
brought.
shit! Okay.
It was like the year I got it. I want to say that was like a 16-hour drive, one direction.
rough, huh?
So we left so early.
Yeah.
It was like 3 o'clock in the morning that we left. By the time the boys woke up,
Yeah.
like we carried them out of the house asleep, put them in, like Simon in his car seat, Lennon in the back seat.
Oh, so it was early.
Yeah,
early.
it was years ago.
Dang.
And yeah, by the time the kids woke up, we were in New York, like past the bridges, like
That's
in
the
New
rough
York
part,
State.
huh? Getting through New York.
And that's why we left so early. It was just
Yeah.
it was smooth sailing because we left so early in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
But we drove the full way there. Just all that one shot, and it was like a 16-hour
no
day.
stops. No,
Yeah,
nothing,
I mean
huh?
just stops to eat and stuff and get gas, or whatever.
Yeah, but no hotel overnight.
Yeah, no overnight. On the way back,
Oh.
on the other hand, we couldn't get our asses up early enough, so we ended up stopping
Just fought through
on
it.
the way. We stopped. We stopped at a hotel because
Oh,
the kids,
okay.
me and my wife are butting heads. The kids
Yeah,
are cranky, and it was we stopped in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Oh god,
And
that
if you've-
sounds terrible.
Never been there. Let me describe Allentown with one sound.
Yeah,
It's the worst
yeah, man.
place I've ever been.
That's the same thing. I went to Pennsylvania. I don't know
Dude,
where I
Allentown
was,
sucks.
but it was the same thing. Everywhere you went.
Like we were trying to
Just
plan
smell
it
like
out
cow
driving, and I'm like, I can book something on like Booking.com or whatever real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Try to figure this out, and we ended up just like Allentown was the place where it was like if we go another hour or two, we'll make it to there.
Mm.
But in between there and home,
Yeah.
there wasn't going to be anything for a few more hours.
Oh,
Like
okay,
anything
yeah,
acceptable that was going to be like,
So
I'm
you
not going to
just-
stop in New York
Yeah.
City.
Just had to do it.
So yeah, like we need to kind of stop here. And we went to a place, and I shit you not, it was a hotel that was like a high rise, maybe like 5 stories. And we were renting a room for one night,
Mm-hmm.
and the other people at this hotel were either also renting a room for one night,
Oh yeah.
or they were fucking living there.
Oh my god.
Like that's the kind of place this was. It was like a high-rise motel. It was fucking gross. And it was like we got there and I ordered pizza and the guy delivered it to the lobby. And I'm standing in the lobby and I'm watching people walking with like groceries.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
and
they're
they're
straight up
looking
living
at me
there.
weird like I'm standing in their fucking living room. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Like, why is this guy in our?
Yeah, like
fucking
why is this
lobby?
guy in our place? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, this is kind of strange. I'm just standing there waiting, and then like a couple comes in with, I'm like, that's a prostitute. Like there's
Oh
no
my
fucking
God,
way.
You got some drug deals going
Yeah,
down.
yeah, there's
some
like
prostitution.
People fucking like scratching themselves walking
Oh,
out to the
God,
parking lot,
dude.
and it's like this
Were you
is
scared of like bed bugs? Oh.
I
Or
mean,
were the rooms like
I
in good
was-
shape?
the room was okay.
Yeah.
I've been in worse. Believe
Smell
it
a
or
little
not.
smoky.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It smelled like somebody fucking lived there.
Everything's non-smoking, but still for some reason it smells like.
I mean, it was
cigarettes.
just it was a situation where I was more worried about our safety than I was cleanliness.
Okay,
cleanliness.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Where I'm like, these doors lock. Like you check the locks like a couple of times
Yeah,
before you go to
yeah,
bed.
100%,
I don't even think I slept.
dude.
Like I was just like laying there most
Just
of the
one
night.
eye open.
And you're hearing TVs going, and you're hearing people argue in the hallway and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what?
Give me my shit back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Give me.
Clarissa, what the fuck?
You don't come back here.
They're yelling at each other, George. You're like, shit.
Why don't you go fuck around with Eric? You stupid.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was like. So it was a little sketchy.
Was that your longest trip? Or have you been further?
I think
been
that was
further than that?
probably just about our longest trip. The only other long trip we drove, like as a family, like my family,
Yeah, yeah.
the people that live in this house that are stomping their feet upstairs. We went to South Carolina, but I think Tennessee was longer.
Oh, okay.
Or just about the same
Yeah.
distance. We went
Tennessee.
there. We went to Loris, South Carolina, which was near North Myrtle Beach.
Oh.
And I met my cousins from Florida, drove up.
Oh.
And we drove down.
Oh.
We were driving south, they were driving north.
And you just met in the middle?
And we met there, and we had a blast because it's like, these are my cousins that live in Florida that grew up in Fall River.
Oh.
So like we're close.
So
yeah.
So
So
they're
it's not like weird Florida
Yeah.
family that I don't really know. Like these are the people I grew up with. So
Oh.
we all get together. We rented a house that had its own little pond. Me and my cousin Danny were out there fishing in the morning.
Was that before the Airbnbs?
It was around that time.
Yeah.
I think my cousin, they brought their dogs, and they used a website called like Bring Fido.
I was gonna say, was Airbnb a thing before Airbnb?
I think it's I don't know.
Like, hey, here's my house.
This one was Bring Fido was what it was called.
Yeah, I don't live in it much, so here.
It was really cool. The lady met us there, and then it was it was cool. It was a good trip, but that was probably just as far as Tennessee.
That's your longest.
Good drive down Tennessee.
Tennessee.
And we went
to some whiskey.
Went to Gatlinburg.
What the hell is that?
Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It's up in the Smoky
Tennessee
Mountains. And it was really nice and touristy.
Smoky Mountains.
And then a couple of years ago, I saw a picture of Gatlinburg, and every single business and restaurant had a Trump flag or the Confederate flag or whatever. And I'm just like, well, I'm like, they're not very progressive.
It's just one-sided.
Yeah, very one-sided in that town now.
Would you ever go on a vacation for in like a city? Or are you just like the country stuff?
See,
the mountain stuff.
Like
New York City, Times Square. Would you ever spend a weekend?
It's funny. I have zero interest in going to a city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm a pussy. Maybe I'm just afraid of
I don't know what
molested.
it is. I don't know what it is about the city that I love so much, but maybe it's just all the chaos. Like it's just always something going on everywhere you turn, everywhere you look, everywhere you go.
I think I would
There's
enjoy
stuff going
it.
on. There's people.
I think I would enjoy it if I had a little bit of time to acclimate.
Yeah.
Like if I just showed up and then immediately was with somebody who was like, we need to go see this. I would be so overwhelmed. But I need to go and like maybe have a coffee sitting outside and just take in the energy and seeing how fast everything goes. And you know what I mean? Like I have to accommodate myself to the situation. I can't just jump into it. I can't go from slow ass Cape Cod where it's like, even
like full on freight train New York.
Full on craziness. Like I can't even deal with traffic leaving here because I'm like, what the fuck? And then I go to somewhere like Fall River, New Bedford, and I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah, I've been blessed this summer with the traffic.
You have been.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
Was it backed up on the way out?
No,
on the way out,
came right over the bridge.
Yeah,
did
cool.
Pretty good. Yeah,
it's good. Yeah, we've gotten lucky so far this year.
Yeah. The way back didn't look very nice, but
that's what I'm saying.
Hopefully by the time I leave.
By the time you leave, it should be cleared up. It's probably cleared up now.
Cool.
Yeah, so you're more of a city vacation person.
I am, dude. I love it. I want to see new places and see new stores and see
But what do you do for a vehicle?
People break dancing in the street. You don't need one.
So you just
would park it somewhere. Just go.
Bring a bus in or whatever.
Yeah.
Park far away.
Yeah, they do the buses.
Connecticut or something.
Yeah. There's a bus that leaves right from New Bedford.
Oh, yeah?
And they take you right into New York City, right into Times Square.
I would do that.
They even take shots. You can take a shot on the way up there.
Yeah?
Yeah. And they give you a movie to watch and some snacks. And they
now
drop you off at 11 a.m. And they pick you up at 11 p.m. And they drive you back.
Oh, so it's like for the day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
So you don't get back to New Bedford until 2 or 3 in the morning.
And you also don't have to spend $600 on a hotel room.
Yeah, or find parking or any of that.
It is.
It's a great time, I think. We should do it one day.
Yeah.
I think we should.
I'm totally down to do that.
Hell yeah.
I'd have to bring my wife.
Oh, my God. Forget it. I'm just kidding.
So what do you think? What would be the ultimate, a road trip vehicle?
A road trip vehicle?
If it was just you and a few friends or something.
A few drunks.
Just a couple of people.
I would say.
What would be the best vehicle, maneuverability. You got to get around.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're the car guy.
Mm-hmm.
What are you choosing?
Well, if I want to be smart about it, I would have to say, like the Mercedes, like big van things that are.
Oh, like the Sprinter? Like
Yeah,
a
the
Sprinter van?
Sprinters. Yeah, they just have everything equipped, ready to go for road trips. Those things are meant for road trips.
Yeah.
But the inner part of me wants to go with a nice 1997 plump purple Ford Taurus wagon with the back seats facing the opposite way. There it is, right there.
Wait, right here?
That's the baby. That's got the back seats facing
Is
the
that
other
purple?
way.
That's the purple
Yeah,
you're talking about?
Yeah. I can have Ryan
Is
and
this
Kevin
like-
facing the wrong way and waving at people behind us.
Being like this.
You can be in the passenger seat looking all blonde and cute and shit.
You're like this,
And like
just below where they can see, and you're like,
exactly,
oh, they don't even know. They don't even know.
man. Look at that thing. It looks like a spaceship.
That's awesome. Did you like your mom have that or something? Why do you like that so much?
My dad had one.
Did your dad have it? Nice.
Yeah. And it was the best thing ever. My mom had a
Yeah.
Chrysler Caravan.
Oh, really?
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that thing was all right. It's kind of a piece of shit. But the Ford Taurus, that thing would last forever. And
Yeah.
it drove like a Cadillac.
Look
Oof,
at the fucking lights.
so smooth.
That thing's nice, man.
dude. That's road trip certified.
You want to know what my mom had?
What'd your mom have?
I think
Besides
I've-
the Mustang,
I think I've talked about it.
the hamster killer.
My mom also had a Ford. It was a Ford.
Yeah, she was a big Ford girl, huh?
Yeah.
She got the Mustang. She's got the van.
Ah.
1993, huh?
I could be wrong on the year.
Wow, I never even heard of this. Oh.
It's the fucking
Oh,
see,
dude.
but hers wasn't. So this is all right. I'll tell you what I wrote.
Uh-huh.
It's a 1993 Ford van, and then it was the Charade.
Charade.
That was like the company that
It's almost
outfitted
meant
it.
for me, huh? Jared and the Charade.
And this
Yeah.
is what she had. She wanted the high
That one
top, yeah,
specifically? Yeah.
sort of. She wanted the high top, but it wouldn't fit through the garage
Oh.
at my parents' house. So this van,
So these over here are considered the high tops with
Yeah,
the
yes,
big like piece on
exactly.
top.
so this was.
Okay.
I think hers had like a teal green
Oh yeah.
stripe, but same thing. The wide wheel wells,
Yep.
the steps.
Yep.
This was like the vehicle that made me
Something to
fall
have.
in love with
Conversion
vans. It was a conversion van. That's
Yeah.
exactly it. And the at
Had
the
the
third
TVs
row
in it? Did it have the TVs?
it had a dude. It had like a
Oh.
12-inch tube TV
Yeah, dude.
between the front seats,
Heck yeah.
and we had like Nintendo hooked up.
Imagine getting your hands on one of those now.
I'd shoot a brick, dude.
What would
I'd
you
be
do,
so
man?
excited.
Would you install like a 40-inch TV?
So like the
Maybe
second,
a nice Vizio?
so the second row had
jacuzzi in the back?
captain seats, just
Yeah.
like the front.
With
so
the nice foldable arms?
Super comfortable, yeah.
Yeah. it's
And
like
me
a
and my
sofa.
sister would sit there and we'd play Nintendo.
Yeah.
And the back seat was the third row was a bench seat, and it would fold down to a bed.
Oh, yeah.
We drove that thing to Florida.
Did you?
Oh yeah,
Hell
and it was
yeah.
like it was actually kind of the trip from hell.
See, that's
And
the
I don't want to say too much because I know my brother. I don't want to piss off my brother.
Did you
but
break down and have to jump in the
No,
back of
no,
a truck?
my brother brought his girlfriend
Oh.
at the time, and she didn't get
Oh.
along with my sister. I think I've told the story before.
Oh, boy.
So there was just a kind of a clash of
Clash of
personalities. I'll
of
just
the
put it that
females.
way. Yeah. So it was, a fun trip. other than the conflicts
Yeah.
that went up.
You were just playing your Game Boy.
I want to say we
What
went
were you
down.
playing on that Game Boy? Do you remember?
It was a Nintendo on the TV.
Oh, it wasn't even a game?
Yeah, dude. Straight up on the TV.
Wow.
On the
dude.
little fucking 12-inch
That's
TV. It was
baller,
sick.
man.
It was baller.
Dang.
Yeah, this is what my mom drove around. You haven't met my mom, but you're going to go, yep.
Yep. Fits.
That looks like something that lady would
If
drive.
she still had it, I would paint it all flat black
Oh,
for her.
dude.
Just murder it out.
Oh, that'd be fucking
Yeah.
sick. Black wheels.
Yeah, dude. Make those stripes on the side red.
like big, like nice beefy tires,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Wranglers,
Yeah.
Goodyear Wranglers with the white letters.
Yep. And on the
Black.
back of it, I'm gonna I'll do some like airbrushing of a dragon fighting a snake.
Yes, like a red dragon
Yeah.
fighting.
And there's
Like a
fire
a
coming out of
purple
the dragon's
snake.
mouth.
Dude,
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find one of these
Let's
so
do it.
you can do that. That makes me so excited.
Hell yeah.
If I had this to drive around,
And I'll put spikes on the roof.
and you
I'll
had
just
this
mold
to
some
drive
spikes
around,
in.
we would be the two coolest fucking people on earth.
Coolest, man. When was the last time you seen a Ford Taurus on the road?
You know what's funny?
You don't see them anymore.
About I'll say about 10 years ago,
Yeah?
because our old house in Fall River, the neighbor had a Ford Taurus.
Did they?
I don't know. I can't remember if it was a
Legendary.
wagon or not.
Legendary.
I think it was a sedan.
You know what's funny, too?
She was a character.
When I first got my license,
Yeah.
I don't know if I said this on the podcast
Is this
before,
what you
but-
learned on?
No, but my grandpa, because my dad had already sold that, long gone.
Yep.
But my grandpa had a green one, and it wasn't the wagon. It was just like the regular
Yeah. The sedan.
sedan one. And it was a beautiful car. It ran beautiful. And he offered it to me for free. And me being the 16-year-old asshole I was like, I don't want that. That's an old man car. I want a Firebird.
And he was like, whatever, and he went and cried.
No.
He made your grandfather cry, dude.
He probably sold it and made his money instead of giving it away for free.
Yeah, that too.
But man, that Firebird was such a piece of shit and gave me so many fucking problems. And I could have had that Taurus for years. No struggle. No problem.
Yeah, dude. You don't turn down a
No, you just
free
don't.
car.
You just don't. Forget how cool you are and just take what works. Okay?
Yep.
If you're out there and you're 16 years old, you're about to start driving, someone offers you like a Corolla or a Camry, and you're like, no, that's not cool. Just take it. Just take it. Because it will last you forever. Cool cars suck, man.
They
really do.
This is the car I got for free.
Look how awesome.
It's the sedan though.
You got the sedan? Not the hatch.
And this was
That's the Civic.
my 91 Honda Civic.
Dude. See, I probably wouldn't have accepted that either when I was 16. I would have been like,
You know what's really
"No."
funny is
But now that
There is-
thing is
that's
so
the exact
sexy,
car.
man. That thing is sexy.
it's
as
really
hell.
not. It was so square and
really
weird on the inside. It was so. But you know what's funny? So like the car he had that he used to. Sorry, my grandfather lived in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and
Okay.
Florida, and him and his wife would drive back and forth in a. I don't want to say it was like a 92 or a 93, that teal green color.
Oh yeah.
It was a Accord wagon.
Ooh.
So when he said to me, they sold the house in Portsmouth and they were only staying in Florida, and he's like, I don't need the Accord anymore.
Yeah.
And he kept saying he was going to sell his Honda. I'm going to sell the Honda. And I'm like, that thing's like sick. It was a wagon. It was an Accord. So it was a little bit bigger. I was like, that's what I thought I was getting.
Yeah.
So then he's like, hey, you want the Honda? So I'm like, yeah. So what I think I'm
Yeah.
getting and what I actually got are two totally different things. But of course, you're not going to argue or
Yeah, you try to
give
like
a shit.
Google it real quick, and you're like,
So,
yeah,
like,
I think I can make
I-
it look cool.
So yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, it was like 18, like 17 or 18. So I'm
Yeah.
like looking at like body kits and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what everybody
stupid.
does.
Like I was looking at like cold air intakes.
Yeah, I
and,
could tint the windows. That would be pretty
yeah,
cool,
s-
man.
Stupid shit. And so me and my dad, I know I've told this story before. Right after 9/11,
Wow.
we went to Florida
forget.
to drive back. Never forget. we would get to Florida, and I'm having this conversation with my grandfather, and we're talking about the car that's right in front of me. And he's like, yeah, so the Honda's been good and this and that. How was your flight? We were having a conversation, and I'm like literally looking around the parking lot in the condo.
Like, where's the car?
And I'm like, where's the Honda? I'm like, he keeps talking about this fucking Honda.
That's awesome.
And he's like, what do you think, Matthew? You want to take it for a spin and, see how it feels? I'm like, and I'm just looking around, like, more, like, sweating more and more.
Like, yeah, cool. Whenever you want to bring it out, that'd be great. I'd
Exactly.
appreciate it.
That's the
I'm on a
exact-
tight time frame here. I
was
gotta
like,
get going.
It was like National Lampoon's Vacation. I'm like, yeah, whenever you take the car out.
And he just smacks the hood. He's like, "Here's the baby right here.
That's exactly how it went.
She's a good girl.
And I'm like,
Always taking care of her."
and he's like, here it is. This is the Honda
Yeah.
that I've had in Florida for, 10 years. It was a 10-year-old car, and it had 25,000 miles on it.
Wow, dude, that's
So I did-
awesome.
make out in that way. And
That's
I'm like,
awesome,
shit.
dude.
I'm like, so where's your other Honda
Mm-hmm.
that you've been fucking talking about that I thought, And he's like, oh, we sold that. And, I'm going to give this one to you. I'll sell it to you for $1. And then he literally made me give him $1.
You're like, oh.
And I'm not even joking.
Shit.
He made me give him $1. And then he wrote in the bill of sale, it was sold for $1. And I'm like, couldn't you have given it to me as a gift?
Yeah. Because now you can't even do that. You can't even
can't
sell
do
it
that
for
anymore.
$1 anymore.
Yeah,
because they just look it up and they're gonna tax you on that.
Yeah, they
shit,
tax
how
you on
much
its
worth.
value, which is fucking bullshit.
Garbage. Massachusetts.
I hate the government.
Trash. Trash.
Anyway, so I take it for a spin, and of course it runs like a brand new fucking car.
That's amazing.
And the seats,
dude.
nobody's ever sat in the back seat.
It's probably worth a pretty penny. No.
Nobody sat in the back seat.
Really?
Dude, trust me, when I
Still
got
have
it,
the plastic on the floor.
when I got it, I was so not into it that I
Yeah.
thought that I would just sell it. I was like, I could sell this and get myself something I actually fucking want. Because this was car number 2 for me.
Yeah.
And it was the second car that I didn't fucking want.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story
I
short,
wish you still had it.
I drove the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And within the first year, the radiator went.
Oh man.
The fucking all the hoses had to be replaced.
You had to drive it back, right, to Massachusetts?
Yeah, we drove back. It was just
And it
me
made
and my
it no
dad.
problem?
It was a real. Oh yeah, it made it no problem
No
at all.
issues.
But like,
That's good.
yeah, my dad was driving through New York. This
Mm-hmm.
like day 2. We stopped at a shitty motel, got Pizza Hut,
Yeah.
and then we second day my dad drove, and he was driving through New York, and we almost missed the exit. My dad like hopped a curb and
Did
like
you guys have to map quest it?
yeah, we were like on paper directions. This was 2001. When
Map quest. I remember my
Yeah,
dad with the map
2001.
quest. He was so good at it, and he was so proud of it that he was so good at it.
oh yeah, I was good at it too.
He's like, no problem. I barely need these. These are just here for
Yeah.
just in case. But
all sorts of shit
Gonna
broke
get
on
where
this
we
car
need to
though, because it had never seen cold weather. It had never done a cold start.
oh yeah, it was a
The
Florida
starter
car,
went,
yeah.
the fucking radiator went, all the hoses had to be replaced. It was like the second year I had it,
Yeah.
the transmission went.
Oh my god.
The timing chain went on me while I was driving on the highway.
Oh my god.
I'm watching the tachometer be like, I'm like, whoa, that doesn't look right. And I'm like slowing down
Yeah.
to pull over, and it was like, and like all the lights came on. I'm like, fuck, I'm just like coasted to the
Oh,
side of the road, and
man.
I'm like,
Is that-
shit.
Is that what made you get rid of it, or did you fix that too?
I fixed it,
Yeah.
and then I think, no, I traded it in for a Hyundai Accent. Brand
Oh, wow,
new
dude.
Hyundai Accent.
And they took it, huh?
And I got ripped off on that too. Every time
As
I buy
always.
anything, I get ripped off.
As always. It's just how the world goes round.
Yeah. Did you ever have a car you didn't want? You seem to be. I know you're such a car guy that you've had all the
Yeah.
cars you've had. You've
Yeah, I was pretty lucky with
on purpose bought them.
Because right out the gate, I got my brother's Firebird hand me down.
Yep.
Even though he blew the engine on it, and then that's when he gave it to me. But no, I can't say I ever had a car that I didn't want, and I feel kind of spoiled for that.
That's nice.
But I just kind of made that happen because I sold my brother's Firebird.
Yeah.
I got another Firebird that was older and cooler, and had the V8 instead of the V6.
Yeah.
And it really tickled my pickle. And
Tickled.
and then from there I went into the Volkswagen world, and I had a
Yeah.
blast with the Volkswagens, and now I'm in the Honda game. Honda
You know
for
what?
life.
You're
Honda for life, baby.
I think that separates you
Can't go
from
wrong.
the rest of the people. That makes you like a real car guy.
Yeah.
That you've had the cars you want.
Because I just refused
Yes.
to accept. Although that's the one car, the Ford Taurus,
Yeah.
is the one car I wish I had taken.
So you know
And I
what?
just
You know
didn't
what?
do
I
it.
think you're going to be really proud of my oldest son.
Yeah.
He wants
He
his
wants a
first.
Ford Taurus.
No, his first car. He used to really like big cars. So I don't know what
Okay.
changed,
Okay.
but he saw a GTI or a Golf, and he's like, "That's what I want my first car to be."
Oh, really?
And I was like, "Yeah."
That is amazing, dude.
He
and I
was
hope
really into
gets
like Cadillacs for a while,
Wow.
and like
it. Wow.
Grand Marquis and fucking Crown Vics and
Yeah.
shit. And I'm like,
I want to
Cool.
shout out my friend Seth real quick, because you know what his first car he
What
really
was it?
wanted?
"What did he
It was
want?"
his dream car, dude. He was so stuck on it for so long
Yeah.
until he found out how stupid it was.
What was it? I gotta know.
He wanted a PT Cruiser for
Oh,
the
really?
longest time, dude. The longest time. He was like showing me pictures of them like lifted with big tires.
Who is this,
or,
Seth?
Like,
Seth that
yeah,
I've
my
met?
friend Seth. Yeah,
This
his
is
dad was the one with the camper that broke.
Oh
down.
yeah. Wow.
He was he had models of PT Cruisers in his bedroom
Oh,
growing
shit.
up. He was like, as soon as I turned 16, man, I'm getting a PT Cruiser.
You were like, cool.
I was like, go for it, man. You follow your dreams.
That's great.
Yep.
You know what car I really liked?
What?
I used to like Volkswagen Beetles.
Okay.
Like the old Beetles.
The old style.
And when I was a kid, I was so excited that they were re-releasing the Beetle
newer
Bug.
one? Yeah, yeah.
And then they re-released it, and they had a cup holder to put daisies in. And they marketed it to 50-year-old women that
Yeah,
were
they
like
did.
old hippies and shit.
Put a sunflower
And
in
it was so
the-
feminine, and I just couldn't.
Could you just use it for like a big gulp?
I couldn't get behind it at all. I was
No,
like,
you're
I
just like-
was so excited for this car. And I mean, they released it, and I was probably like freaking
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
So I was just like so disappointed.
Yeah. Or
'Cause
maybe you could take
in
it
my
off.
mind,
I
I'm
don't know.
imagining the old Beatles, and I'm like, maybe they're gonna make them like really
Yeah.
powerful, really cool.
No.
Maybe you could like lower them and make
No.
them cool, but no.
No, they got really bubbly.
Yeah,
really,
they were
really cute.
really, really cute. I'll put it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a good way to say it.
They're like, hey, are you a female? We have a car for you.
Yeah, and I was
Sorry,
like,
guys.
I like the Beetle. No,
Correct me if I'm
Never
wrong,
mind.
but did Hitler make the Beetle?
yes, yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
I want to say that was the very
Just making sure.
first Volkswagen. Volkswagen. I want to say
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen. I want to say that's people's car. I think that's what that means.
The people's car, yeah.
The people's car.
That is what it means, yeah.
So he was like, I want the car for the people. Volkswagen. I'll just do this. I'm not going to do the other hand
And then
motion.
little did he know that in years to come, they were becoming these cute little bubbly with a little flower pot in there.
Yep.
And that was his creation.
Yep.
He'd be so upset.
He'd be so upset. And all the Jewish people liked them. That's the part that he would really be upset about. I don't even know if that's a fact or not. But I
Probably.
just
Probably,
trying to
because they are cheap,
just trying to
economical
piss
cars.
off the Nazis, to it. That's funny.
Wow.
All right, you want to read this odd question? I think it's odd question
I
time.
do, man. Let's do
It's getting-
this.
it's
Odd
getting
question. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we got what is the saddest part about being an adult? Question mark. Would like to remain unknown, but love the show. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, unknown.
We got some 3 answers here. We got great question. Glad you enjoyed it, and absolutely.
I think we should say glad you enjoyed it.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah,
All right,
it's nice and
that's a
positive.
nice one. Yeah, I like that. We're feeling pretty
All right, so
positive.
who is
today.
this unknown person? I mean, we know who they are because we can read their email.
Yeah, that's right.
That was sent
we
from an
can.
iPhone. Does that give it away?
You can be unknown, but you'll always be known
The only person
to us.
that owns an iPhone.
Uh-huh.
That's how we know.
Uh-huh.
So,
Who's going first? You want me to go first?
what's the saddest part about being an adult?
I made you go first last week, so
Yeah, you can go first.
if you want me to
Give
go
me a
first,
minute.
I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What's the saddest part about being an adult? I'm gonna go right for the kisser here, and I'm gonna say taxes, baby. You don't know what life is until you start having taxes taken out of your paychecks, and you owe the government every year. Although you don't really owe the government, it's your money, but
They
they
just
just
fucking
pretend
take
that
it
it.
anyway.
That, yeah, exactly. And taxes are everywhere. Taxes are on basically everything. And it makes me sad, man. It makes me really sad because you also look at the end of the year. You look at the
Yeah.
you look at the end of the year of like how much you've spent
Oh, yeah.
in taxes. And man, it's just nonsense, you know? And just
So-
like we were talking about before with the cars about how like it used to be what you bought the car for, you'll get taxed on.
Yeah.
But now they just look up the value so that they can max tax you as much
Yeah,
as they
it's fucking
can.
bullshit. They don't even care if the car's in good shape or
Yeah,
not. They
man.
just
And then-
do it.
And then we won't even get into insurances and like just being an adult sucks
Yeah.
ass.
That part really does suck.
It does, right?
You know, like
You dish out a lot of money for absolutely nothing because
Yeah.
you're still going to pay if something does happen.
fucking government. I hate the
pointless.
government
It's
a
all
lot.
pointless,
So
man. It's all
yeah,
pointless.
I agree with you. You
Life
kind of
sucks
took
and then
my
you die.
Yeah, man.
How about like
I agree.
You agree?
I agree with you.
How about
You know what I think the saddest part about being an adult? I mean,
there's a lot of sad parts.
there is. There really is. Being an adult sucks. I think just like dealing with health issues
Yeah.
and like knowing what the right thing to do is.
Yeah, I can
So
agree
like
with that,
I just
yeah.
went to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You also just had a doctor's appointment, which
did.
is really funny.
I did.
So like I'll just say it. I don't care about, HIPAA or whatever the rules are.
Yeah, man.
So like they told me I have high cholesterol, right? I have borderline high blood sugar. I'm like all this shit between like my heart and everything else, and like
Yeah.
you get old and you like pull muscles,
Things
just
that-
like health.
Weird things start happening.
Getting old, the part of being an adult that sucks is like every year you think, even if you think you're doing the right thing,
Yeah.
you're not.
You know.
And something's gonna fucking happen.
You're
You're gonna
not.
get hurt. You're gonna
There's
get
gonna
injured.
be a curveball coming your way.
Yeah, it's like the stupidest shit too.
Yeah.
You're like,
Always.
you do sleep wrong, you move weird, and then you've like pulled muscles and
Yeah.
shit.
Things start to hurt that you don't even know why that even hurts.
Yeah, like why do I have a pulled muscle in my leg? I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. And then you think back, like it happens to my wife. She'll have like she bruises easy, which is weird.
Oh, really? Is she
Like,
anemic?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Sorry.
But like
It's a
she'll,
very invasive
I
question.
know, right?
apologize.
Talk about HIPAA. But like she'll,
Yeah.
she'll walk by. It's summertime, so we're
Uh-huh.
wearing like shorts and shit, and be like, "Hey, where the hell did that bruise come from?"
Yeah, man.
And she's like, "Oh, I bumped into the table." Like, fucking really? Like you bumped into a table and you have a massive bruise in
Looks
your
like
leg?
she got attacked by a bear.
Yeah, we're gonna get hit with a fucking baseball. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, the stupidest shit, dude. Like,
It's
so like I
weird.
haven't eaten potato chips all week
Yeah.
because I'm trying to worry
So
about
you're hoping your
healthy,
cholesterol.
healthy eating. Yeah,
come
like now
down.
I'm like I already eat fairly healthy, or at
Is
least
that,
I thought
is
I
that a
did.
thing? Is potato chips a cholesterol?
So they don't have. It's not that they themselves have high cholesterol.
Oh,
They actually have
okay.
none. But it's the saturated fats and the oils
Oh.
that causes. I've been researching shit all week too.
Yeah.
This is things I didn't think I'd ever research.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do I have high fucking cholesterol? And all
I do
this
too,
other
man. I'm
bullshit?
right there with you, okay?
It's fucking
Pound
sucks.
it. High cholesterol gang.
Yes.
What about it?
So anyway, I hit the
Yeah.
gym really, really hard yesterday.
Did you? I've done nothing
Yeah.
active to try to combat this.
So that's the other problem where you're presented with you go to the doctor and they're like, you need to go to physical therapy because you've pulled a muscle in your back
Yeah.
or whatever, and they're like, oh, you got high cholesterol, so you should try to eat healthy, and you do this, or you got high blood sugar or whatever. They like give you the remedy,
Yeah.
and then to a certain point, if you can't remedy it yourself,
Hmm.
they're just gonna hand you a pill,
Exactly.
and it's like
Well, here's the
there's
thing
some
about
people that are just straight to the pill.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's the thing about my situation, right?
Right.
I went to the doctor. I don't even remember how old I was. I was in my early 20s.
Yeah.
And my doctor was like, wow. Like, he called me from his home. And he was like, your blood pressure and cholesterol is through the roof.
Really?
So that's the first time I ever heard about it. So I was like, oh, no. Like, what can I do here? And he's like, unfortunately, nothing. You got the shit end of the stick. Your parents probably gave it to you. It's all hereditary. So
Really?
I sent over some medications.
So how the hell would he know that though? Like,
Because I did blood work and everything.
I know, but like, as far as like it being hereditary.
Oh, I guess he can
must
look into
have-
my family files.
Oh,
I guess
maybe.
maybe I don't know.
Oh, were you
Talk
young
about
enough
HIPAA,
that
damn.
he like still under like the same doctor as your parents, maybe? Or?
Yeah, maybe I had to be
Somehow
like
he knew.
20 or like 21. I don't know. But yeah, he just like I was right onto medication right off the bat, and he was like, "There, I would usually tell you to exercise and like try a different diet." He's like, "But you're so high up there that
Really?
like,
It was
you're
that
just,
bad?
You just got to
Jeez.
get on the medication." I've been on it ever since.
Really?
Ever
And
since.
he's like, you know what? I'm not even going to tell you to get in shape. Get fatter.
"That's right.
and eat
Keep
as much
coming
shit
back,
as you
baby.
can."
Keep paying your taxes."
Well, it's funny. My doctor's around my age, and we have pretty extensive conversations about being this age.
yeah.
And he knows me.
Tell me about it.
He knows me well enough to know that I don't want to take medication.
Yeah.
So he's like, you have to change what you're eating. Just figure it out.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't have the magic pill for you. So go and figure it out. That's basically it.
Yeah. Sometimes I think they just kind of hit you where it hurts so that you will take the medication and you will pour the money into the whole system.
Right.
It's like my doctor today, he put me on a new med and he was like, I want to see you in a month. And
really?
just check up on you, see how you're doing. I'm like, do you really want to check up on me or you just want my money? I don't know.
Yeah. A little of both, I think.
So isn't that pretty sad?
Well,
to be an adult?
It's funny because I sent my doctor a message.
Did you?
This is like way.
I'm probably going to cancel that appointment.
We're
to be
way
honest
getting.
with you.
Oh yeah, I always do that.
Yeah.
We're way getting into it, but like, I like had like follow up questions,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "We can just recheck in a year."
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
he's
I'm
like, stop asking questions.
Yeah, and he's like,
I'm not here
either
to
you
answer your
fucking straighten
questions."
your diet out, or exercise and diet. That's all
Yeah.
he said. Because he's like I said, he's around my age, and he knows that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, for sure. And I was told from my doctor today, did you know there's a big shortage on Adderall?
No,
What does that say about America?
that we're all on Adderall. I think I need to try some Adderall.
I was like, that can't
Help
be
me focus.
good. There's a shortage on Adderall. That can't be a good thing.
Crazy,
A
man.
lot of crazy people out there. They need their Addies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if crazy is the word,
Yeah.
but yeah, a lot of people that need it.
Yeah, like
So,
me.
you have anything you want to say to the people before we finish this episode up?
Yeah, I just want to say to please take care of your hair because if you don't, you're going to end up going bald. And you don't want that because no one likes a bald guy. So just use the shampoo. Don't get too crazy when you get out of the shower with the towel because you can rub your hair off. That's a real thing. And
It's a real thing.
yeah, condition,
Oh yeah, conditioner.
get something with a lot of vitamins in it.
Yeah,
And yeah,
sounds good.
off to you, Matt the Cat.
Thanks, man. So
You look like a DJ right now, like
yeah.
twisting
So I'm
knobs and
gonna
stuff.
I'm gonna read this now.
Yeah.
Thank you for thank you. Thank you for listening to the show today. You can support the show by clicking on the link in
Do
the
it.
show,
Click it.
in the description of the show.
Click it, watch it.
Check out all the social media.
Oh my God.
Instagram, Facebook for some reason,
Oh my God.
TikTok, join Jared's Discord, go find the Reddit. Check out oddpeoplepodcast.com for all your podcast needs.
That's right.
Follow the Redbubble link to buy merch while the website still exists.
From Satan himself.
Thank you for listening to the show today. Stay creative, stay inspired, and as always,
And praise the devil.
stay
Oh. Can you give us a laugh?
Stay.
Can you give us a... See ya.